Hey guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Zen Habitat new background they just came out with. I bought this the day it came out. I talked to someone that worked at Zen Habitat before I ordered it just because I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a Exoterra background because it did cost $250. However, I liked that it had ledges and I think my Bearded Dragon Wednesday is going to really like it. So I thought it was worth the splurge, especially because I'm not going to be able to upgrade her enclosure to a 4x4x2 for like a year or so. So I wanted to give her more enrichment. So I got this. Hopefully it's worth the money. I think it will be. And then I figured that after I upgrade Wednesday, I plan on moving one of my leopard geckos, Dexter, into the larger enclosure, and I figured that he would really like climbing on this too. So yeah, let's just open this bad boy up. Like I said, it cost me $250, which is kind of expensive unless it's really good. I figured it'd cost around that much. And I got the gray color. It came in 2 colors. And I do believe that it's not going to be one of their permanent items, which I don't know why. Maybe if it does really well, they'll keep it, but who knows. But yeah, let's just bust this thing open. I'll probably need to... I'm not sure how I want to open this. I need to figure that out. Holy moly. So first out of the box, I can see the top and it looks really nice. It does come with the adhesive sticky stuff to be able to stick it to the back of the Zen Habitat, so that's going to be nice because especially when I have Dexter in there, I don't want her being able to crawl, or him being able to crawl behind the background, which he does currently in his Exoterra tank. Holy shit, this is solid. When they said it was made out of foam, I was kind of worried, but this, holy moly, hold on. Okay, so I don't know if you can see me, but I wanted to completely show off this background. First off, it is probably like 7 inches thick. As you can see, it's kind of holding itself up. And this, I don't know what kind of foam this is, but this is really, really sturdy. The only thing I do notice is in the back of my Exoterra, the back of my Zen Habitats, the hole that I stick the wires through, there's not really a place to, oh, hold on. I think I know what they did. So instead of putting a hole straight through this, they actually did an indent, which I'm assuming is going to line up with the hole that I have the cords through, so the cords can run up and over this, which I actually really like because I was kind of worried about there just being a giant hole through it or not being able to use that hole to put cords through, but clearly they thought that through. This is probably, holy moly, the nicest background I've ever seen, and it's about the same price that one of the Universal Rock backgrounds was going to be, and this was made specifically for that, which is why I decided to go for it. Holy moly, I cannot believe how nice this is. This is so nice. So I am going to get it in Wednesday's tank, but I wanted to get this initial review out since it is limited edition to make sure that if you wanted it, you can buy it. And like I said, this is the stone color. It came with in another color too, but I preferred this color. I cannot get over how nice this is, and look at how thick it is. It is like super, super thick, and the Zen Habitat employee I talked to did say it can be scrubbed and cleaned really well, and I believe him. This is really nice. Like, oh my gosh. I know I keep saying that, but I can't stop. I'm overwhelmed with how much this exceeds my expectations. I don't know what this thing is in the design, but it's whatever. This is really nice. I think Wednesday's gonna love climbing this. Okay, so I just got the background in. I completely cleaned out her enclosure and switched the shelf liner too. I'm gonna tell you right now, one, it is extremely hard to get into a pre-built Zen Habitat. So keep that in mind. It's not impossible, but it is very hard. I wanted to jump in here real quick and clarify that it is not because I left the heat lamp and stuff in there. It is because it's such a snug fit that you have to go at a perfect angle to slide it in. The fact that I left the heat lamp and stuff in there, that didn't matter at all. That wasn't the reason it was hard to get in. I also wanted to point out that it doesn't fit snugly against the side. That's because of how it's built and these little lips. So there is about a 1/4 inch gap on both sides. So if you have a really small animal in your enclosure, it may be able to get back behind the background. It does look amazing. The functionality of that divot thing I showed you works perfect. It sits perfectly flush against the back. It does obviously take up some of the floor space, but that's to be expected. And the only other thing I wanted to point out is that it doesn't sit flush on the ground either, which I don't know how big of a deal that is. I mean, if you feed your animal in the enclosure, feeder insects are going to get back there, but overall, I think it is really nice. I wanted to show you before I set up her enclosure. Obviously, this isn't how I keep her enclosure, but I wanted to show you before I set it up. I'm going to set it up, put her back in there, and then I will give you my final review. And I probably will make an update video too once I've used it for a while. But like I said, I wanted to get this out right away because I want people to be able to get it if they want it, since it is so limited. Okay, so here is the enclosure completely set up. I don't know if this is how I'm going to leave it forever, but this is how I'm going to have it right now. And she's giving me the side eye right now, chilling up there. But overall, I'm super happy with how the enclosure turned out and the wall. I'm going to sit down and film like a final overthought. And then yeah, I will leave it linked in the description below, so if you do decide to want it, you can get it. I bought this myself, but yeah. Wednesday may be about to use her new wall for the first time. Oh, there's a cricket right above her, maybe that's why. I am kind of worried about the crickets chewing on it, but we'll have to see. I might have to start feeding her outside of her enclosure. Okay, so overall, do I think the new Zen Habitat background is worth the money? I do. If you have the extra money to spend on something like a background, like I said, it's about the same price as one of the Universal Rock backgrounds. These are made specifically for Zen Habitat. It's really sturdy. I don't have too many negative things about it. Like I said, it's really hard to put into a pre-built enclosure. I did have to pull down the substrate barrier, which I basically just use in case Wednesday decides to run and jump out because she's so high up. But I had to take that off and put it back up to be able to get it in. It was a really tight squeeze, which means it's not going to fall over, but that is just something to consider if you're worried about it. I don't know, a little piece did chip off the back. I will say that when I was putting it in. It may be my fault because I was trying to shove it in to such a tight space, but yeah, overall, I do think it's awesome. I think it looks beautiful. I think it's very, very sturdy. I don't think her nails are going to puncture and ruin it. Like I said, I'll do an update in a couple months after she's been using it daily for a couple months, but I wanted to get this up right away. Like I said, I bought this with my own money. I just wanted to give Wednesday some more enrichment until I can get her a much larger enclosure. And I think that background is going to be able to be used time and time again, even after I upgrade Wednesday when I put Dexter in there. The only other like really big issue I see is those gaps on the side. If you do have a very small snake or lizard or something in that enclosure, that it may be able to wiggle its way back behind the enclosure. But yeah, overall, it also did come very quickly. Like I said, I got it opening day and then I received it less than a week later. So it did come very quickly. Zen Habitat has some of the best customer service ever. So if you have any questions at all, you can always ask them. Like I said, I asked about what the material was and she went and found out for me within a couple minutes before I ordered it. Yeah, if you have any other questions that come up, I think I covered most of the things that you would want to know, but if I didn't and you have a question, definitely let me know in the comments and I can see if I can get those answered for you. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the background in the description. It's not an affiliate link or anything. I have nothing to do with Zen Habitats. I just like Zen Habitats and I wanted to do this review. So if you like Zen Habitats, you can also consider buying it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out new videos every single Sunday, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.